Look how cool they are. Are we on? I know that. Hey-o!
What's up? I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
And this is Living for Crits.
Oh, yes, the weather's lovely.
And I'm ready to get back to sleep.
Someone fell asleep, like a couple minutes before the show.
I'm so tired.
We were literally playing songs. We had 2 ukuleles going at once, and they were really loud. And someone
I'm so tired.
Someone is over here, literally on the chair, the recliner chair,
It's me. I'm asleep. I was reading, and I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
You did.
I'm sorry, and I'm really sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if I had a soda. Hold on.
Oh, in your little mini fridge?
Yeah, let me get a mini fridge. Hold on. This would be the perfect thing.
Mini fridge.
I can't reach it. I can't reach a soda.
You can't read the soda.
Anywho, I have my Deer Park sparkling.
Oh, joy. Hey, I have tea, unlike you.
Alright, well, welcome to the Wallace Dungeon Tavern.
What's up?
Let's all remember to be positive today and not talk smack on D&D 5e.
Cheers to that. Yes, it is my show. I'm stealing.
As Greg just pointed out, this is the all Judge Evie
Evie
Presides episode of Living for Crits.
Woo!
We've done this before.
A couple times.
We're going to do it again.
Which
Which means we're going to get to Judge Evie Presides, and that's where things are going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to start, I guess, at that point.
Ew, why did you type that as B positive, like with bees?
We got Dev on, we got Lex on. What? Because bees.
Was that a thing we talked about a couple times ago?
What, be positive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so we can stop talking smack on 5e so much. What's with your nose?
Don't make fun of my nose. Don't look at my nose.
Okay. Your nose is fine.
Lines on my nose.
Good deal. Any news this week?
Like what?
Our adventuring party in our DCC Lankmar game on Wednesday nights finished Gang Lords of Lankmar. And this will be the subject of this Thursday's review.
Here it is in all its glory.
It's quite glorious. It's a very fiery ending. And then today we kicked off Escape from the Shrouded Fen. And then I might do a video of this to play some DCC with Cooper. I've already converted his Fantasy Age character Ember over to DCC as a thief. But I'm going to, since he likes to play with the Dwarven Forge, I will be working this week on transforming Nebin Pendlebrook's Perilous Pantry, an adventure that you've run quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. That's like the signature Eevee thing besides Momo.
It's because you only run 2 adventures.
Shut up. That's not true. I've run 3. 4.
Okay.
Actually, I've also run 5.
Okay.
3 of those are like
6,
with you.
And 7. I've run 8. I've run 9.
I've run so many.
I'm going to be creating Nebin Pendlebrook with Dwarven Forge. That's all.
If you review Nebin, you should bring me on too.
Maybe I will.
Because I've run it more than you probably.
We'll see.
I probably have.
We'll give it a chance.
In my game, I had a whole meeting last night for the start
How
of my
did your
game.
meeting go for your start of your new campaign?
Can I talk about our new
You won't talk
campaign?
about your meeting? Judge Evie is working on kicking off a X-Crawl meets Riverdale campaign.
It's not Riverdale.
It's so X-Crawl meets Riverdale.
No, it's not. It's just a high school kids.
Okay. So
it's more Lemonade Mouth.
X-Crawl meets Lemonade Mouth.
Exactly.
Or Lemon Lime Mouth.
No, put it down. Put it down.
All right. Let's move on to Judge Evie Presides, because there is going to be much providing going on.
Woo, we have... I actually forget how many questions we have.
Quite a few.
I answered.
Why are you texting people?
I was answering Maggie because it was the first thing up on my phone, okay? I just answered her.
Okay.
Because I think she's watching.
She
said she saw me, so...
Let us commence with the providing.
Providing is starting.
Back to sleep.
Providing is starting now. Get it? Isn't like a thing?
I'm so sleepy.
You can't sleep. Drink your Deer Park.
Okay.
What's the date today?
Today is November 15th.
Did we read all the ones last time?
I don't think so. We read Brian's last time. That was it.
Okay. You sure?
Uh-huh.
No, we didn't. We talked about the mercurial magic stuff, right?
No, we didn't do that one.
Oh. Okay, we'll start
Let's
with
do
this
that
one.
one. Who's this from?
Okay, this is from the William Keller.
The Will Keller?
William.
The Will Keller?
William.
Will is a good friend of ours.
It's William.
And if you didn't know, Will Keller was featured in, he was the Road Crew Spotlight, I believe it's called, this week.
Nice.
Probably not what it's called, but he is the Judge's Spotlight. The thing that we were both featured in before. I'm going to look it up. Goodman Games. It's Judge's Spotlight?
No, it's not called Spotlight.
Are you sure? I think it is Spotlight.
No, it's not.
A look at... No, it's not him.
No.
Roadworthy, Will Keller. Okay.
Spotlight.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Spotlight.
All right, let's go ahead and do the talky talk.
Talky talk.
Talky talk.
Walkie walk. Talky talk. We have 9 questions.
He has 9 questions?
No, we have 3 here. Then
Well,
6 and 5 and another.
Get to work.
And then we have 1.
Get to work.
Number 1. Oh, I can do his voice because I know how he talks.
You do know how Will Keller talks. So talk just like Will Keller.
Talks like this, like that, like this, like this.
Don't think this is accurate.
All of your friends have the same voice.
That's his question?
No.
No. Do his question.
Do you prefer mercurial magic or spell stipulations? Why? I don't know.
I think you should answer this question, Judge Evie. Of all your judge abilities of your judging, why don't you judge this question correctly?
Well, I think it's very well written. The grammar's perfect, judging it from that aspect. Nice capitalizations, good numbering of your 3 questions too. I like
You're
how
stalling.
I know. I'm judging the question, like you asked.
He's asking you a question now. Do you want to talk about it? You want to say what you prefer?
Sure, we talked about this last time. I'm already talking about mercurial magic, but I forget what it is.
It wasn't like this. Do you prefer mercurial magic?
Spell stipulations. That's what
Why?
I prefer. I don't know.
Why do you prefer it? What's it from?
Because they're cooler.
Where are they from?
I have no idea.
Which game are they from?
I have no idea. Well,
They're from DCC Lankmar Evie.
I knew that. I knew they were from DCC.
Read the next question. I prefer
Okay.
spell stipulations. You got it.
I got that right then.
It's a preference. How
Shut
do you
up.
get preferences right?
Shut up.
There's no way to get preferences right.
Shush.
That's like green or orange better. If someone says orange, you're like, good, you're right. That makes no sense.
Green's so much better though.
I agree. Green is better.
If
I'm
you
just
say
saying.
orange is your
No,
favorite
I'm
color,
just saying.
you're wrong.
I'm just saying. If you say your favorite color is different from another, there's no right or wrong answer.
If you say orange is your favorite color, you are wrong.
All right, read the next question.
That is a wrong answer.
Read the next question before our viewers go like just disappear. Go ahead.
Fine. Okay. Have you ever had a TPK? Any advice on how to make that happen for a poor judge who hasn't pulled it off yet? Oh, I got this. Okay, so what you want to do first? I have a couple steps
Hi,
here.
Brian.
Number 1.
How to make a TPK happen by Judge Evie.
Number 1. Make your players fear you. Number 2.
Why does that create a TPK? How does that create a TPK? No,
Okay.
no.
I'm
How
going
does that?
on with it. I'm going on with it.
You shouldn't
Shut up.
make them fear you, so they don't expect it coming.
Oh,
Whatever,
if you sit
whatever.
with me, you're expecting it if you're 0 levels. Okay. So
Go ahead.
Number 1, make them scared of you. Number 2, then they'll do stupid things because they're not thinking straight because they're terrified of you. Number 3, get a good set of dice because how you really pull it off is you just work player by player. So like say you have like 5 players, right? You kill all the one player's characters. Usually that happens by chance. I mean, I don't really intend for that to happen, but they just kind of brar. So that's step 3? I don't know. That was step 3.
D.
What?
D.
No, what?
One. Go ahead.
Step 4. If you're really close to the end and you're like, I really, really just want like a nice TPK here, you know, and you've like 2 players left and you're like really going for it and your players know you're going for it and you have like 1 scene left, you can just like add a couple monsters in and you'll be fine. Don't tell them no. So that's also helpful.
If you really want a TPK, my advice would be to run Grimtooth's Museum of Death.
Oh, yeah, do that too.
Which is a really good adventure when it comes to just killing off the entirety of the party.
Or use puppets.
It's written by Joe Bittman, and it's a really good adventure, which it kills everybody. I would suggest if you want a TPK, if you're aiming for a TPK, you may want to tell your party that they're in an adventure that's going to lead to a TPK. So, or could lead to a TPK. So you have a little bit of their understanding that could occur. So they don't feel like they've done anything wrong in the game. And then finally, my last suggestion would be to whittle the characters down over time and not to take out all of their characters at once if you can avoid it. So that you have everyone in the game until the very end. So they all have a good time before the TPK.
No.
That is the best way to have a TPK.
Interpreted what I said.
Read the next question.
I just said that usually happens.
Read the next question.
Yeah.
This is Will's 3rd question.
What the heck?
Dev said, LOL, put your PCs on tilt. And Savage Rob says, just keep sending monsters until they die. And Greg says orange is his favorite color. You had to say it, Greg.
You're wrong, Greg.
Look at that.
You're wrong. Okay?
Our most regular viewer, and you're sassing him over his favorite color.
That can't be your favorite color.
Maybe he likes gritty.
Stop lying
Maybe
to
he
yourself.
likes gritty.
No. Okay. What did I do?
This is Will Keller's 3rd question.
No. Oh, no.
Just read it.
What happened?
What is the best?
No, I have to read it.
What is the best? Read it.
What is the best way of casting spells before a game starts? I'm thinking about things like Patron Bond or Find Familiar. I've had players who want to spell burn down to almost 0 to get the best familiar they can, expecting to have time to heal up before adventuring. Well, if it's like that, you do it like... Okay, it depends. If it's like a campaign, then like do it before, you know? Because you want to establish those things. Because your familiar could be part of your character.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong. No, I'm saying. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
That's what we do. That's what we did last time.
No. Not anymore. We don't.
We don't? Are we wrong? Okay, well, that's what I knew.
No, I've been very careful about this now. I make sure that players roll those things in games, that they have all that burn down, spell burn, and luck prior to the adventure. It's not running.
Well, I've never seen Patron Bond happen outside of game, but I've only ever seen Find Familiar in game because that's what you did.
Okay. Sure.
That's what I'm
do
going
it
off
in the
of.
game at the beginning of the adventure, and make the player spend that stuff prior to adventuring. Don't let them get all that stuff. Remember, you're healing back a point a day of spell burn.
Yeah, do that. Now I know.
Next question. Good questions, Will.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge Will, for all the good questions. Congrats on Roadworthy.
This is from Mr. My Favorite Color is Orange.
Greg.
This is from Greg. Uh-huh.
Call him Greg. Not My Favorite Color is Orange.
I said Mr. My Favorite Color is Orange. Thank you very much.
At least you're respectful.
Exactly. I'm a very respectful person. Okay.
Read the question.
What is the strangest or silliest magic item one of your characters got to use? What's it called? I had a chamber pot.
It was. I don't think it was enchanted though, was it?
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't enchanted. It wasn't. Your character had a chamber pot, but it wasn't a magic chamber pot.
By the way that I used it, I think it was pretty magical.
I don't think it was magic at all. I think it was just a pot people peed in.
No one peed in my chamber pot. I tried to give it to people.
That's like someone. No one put coffee in the mug.
No one peed in my chamber. Do you remember my chamber pot?
I remember you had one.
Yeah.
I don't remember being a memorable magical item though for you.
It wasn't. Was it magical?
No, it was not magical. That would be the worst magical item.
Oh, I know the best magical item. So we had this talking stick, okay? Because none of the people at our table could shut up. And we had it in game, right? We had a stick we had to pass around. So we incorporated our stick into our game.
That was in your game.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was in your Neb and Pendlebrook game. That was yours.
It was?
Yes. I wasn't involved in this whole talking
I thought
stick.
you were.
No, I was not there.
I thought it was when we were breeding the Duke.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because we had to...
I put this crap out of my memory. I pushed it out of my memory. It was during
that game because we were so going insane. And in the game, you had everyone, was talking over each other. So you had the dude in-game say, you had to hold this thing or you would die.
Okay, I do remember that. Mm-hmm. Because you were trying to breed a Duke.
That is true.
To make more Dukes.
Dukelings.
Because that's how Dukes work.
Dukelings.
Rob ran the adventure in Evan Pendlebrook. There's a stick that says, help me all the time.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That one's fun because then you can go up to your players' ears and whisper, help me.
I'm trying to think of my favorite or craziest magical item, and I can't think of one. That's like one crazy magical item.
I think that, yeah.
I really like how in Mutant Crawl Classics you can have artifacts that have AI embedded in them. So you can have like a very suave ray gun that's like, hey, how you doing? Let's shoot somebody. I had one of those in a one shot at Gen Con. It was good. Good question though, Greg. Apparently Evie really remembers that mundane chamber pot. Maybe I need to give up more magical items.
Game. It was great.
Next question.
Okay, these next 5 are our last 5, but they're from Brian.
Wow, okay. Brian. Thank you.
Oh, should I do an Australian accent because he's in Australia right now?
Oh, God, no. Please don't do an Australian accent. Please.
Why?
You're going to butcher it, and if Brian's Australian, it's going to be really bad.
No, he's just quarantining down there.
He's just randomly quarantining in Australia?
Good day, Judge Evie and Judge James.
Yeah, go for it.
How's that?
I think you're just knocking this out of the park.
Greetings from downtown Sydney, Australia. We're in quarantine. Wait, I can just pretend it's like the he's a Bobby in the sun. It's our summer holiday.
Read the question.
Okay, yeah. It's actually not too bad. We've been here 3 days and got to play a few games. Gribbage, the dingo ate the baby. 5E. Whoa.
He said 5E?
Then in parentheses, don't hate us.
He said 5A.
Don't worry, we don't hate you.
No, be kind. Be positive about 5E. 5E.
I can't
5E
do it. I'm
everywhere.
moving on. And hopefully DCC next week. That's good. Just play enough DCC to cover up the 5E memories in your mind. Because I know it must be very stressful for you. Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, shoot. My fishnets
Here come the questions.
Questions for your session. Try to send more since you're planning a full question session. That is true.
This is that session.
Okay. Have you ever used any fan-generated homebrew classes in DCC? Classes beyond the basics in the core book? If so, which ones do you like? I know we have.
We have played extensively
the ones
with
that are in the one thing.
Classes from Crawl magazine or zine.
That's what I meant.
The longest run being a gentleman in our game.
Gnome, right?
No, the flail.
Flail?
The fluorescent luminescent.
But also the gnome.
Fluorescent luminescent adventurous.
No, fluorescent luminescent angelic irresistible Larry spelled with an IE instead of a Y.
He is a bard from Crawl magazine.
But then Maggie's gnome is also.
Maggie's name is actually just a warrior.
Oh.
but is a gnome warrior. We use the warrior stats for it.
Yeah.
I've used a lot of the those classes out of crawl jammer, things like that in the zine classes that are made by kind of third party in con games. I ran a expedition to a Frostfang expedition where every class was one of the crawl jammer or under a broken moon classes, and had a good time with it. So there's some good classes out there. Dr. Moggs is a Gong Farmer class, not very deep mechanics, but has the best role-playing potential. There's a lot of really good classes out there, so I will say there's much goodness to be found.
Okay.
But Bard is the only one we've seen in long-term play.
Ooh, next question. Snazzy. What are your thoughts on No Thank You Evil, particularly to give to and play with our 6-year-old niece to get her started with role-playing?
I think this
I can answer
a good question for Judge Evie, since this is how Judge Evie started GMing, was with No Thank You Evil.
Yeah, how old was I? 9?
8 or 9 years old.
Yeah. So, what was it? What are your thoughts? I think it's good for that age group. Just, yeah, because I ran it with, if you can play it with 2-year-olds, I think you can play it with the 6-year-olds.
It's really not designed for 2-year-olds.
I know, but I had to do it.
I know, and when you're demoing the game, but it worked well for older kids too.
Oh, that's true. It also worked well for a 50-year-old dad sitting at my table. Just him.
So it's good for 2-year-olds and 50-year-olds.
Uh-huh. No, not 2-year-olds. That was a hot mess.
It's a game that it's
designed for kids around that age.
If your child can listen to stories, they can participate in No Thank You Evil.
Yeah.
So I think
there's nothing like scary.
Correct.
Unless it's another person at the table asking for more gore, while the other kids at the table are screaming for princesses.
Also correct.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very scalable game, so you can play it with very bare bones understanding of the rules, or you can ratchet up a bit. I will say that after a child's hit like 10 years old, 11 years old, at that point, you're ready to graduate that kid into something a little more advanced.
Yeah, like what I did.
Right.
Then you get that kid a good DCC handbook and you say, have fun.
Yep. Next question. Also, it's a great question.
Yeah.
Brian's like on point today with questions.
Okay. Are there any specific rules in DCC that you change or adapt as you play? I don't remember half the rules. So, like all like the
So all of them?
No. Like I know like I don't remember like, no, this has to be this way. Or this has to be this way. Like, if I read the book, like, really, like, you stared at it for, like, a while, and you read, like, every page, well, there's probably, like, stuff that's a rule that you just don't do.
There are rules for, I think it's for, like, ritual magic or for ritual spellcasting where you can choose to take a +2, +4, or +6 to your spellcasting and gain corruption on your spell roll. And in convention play, I allow that to happen with any spell, so you can have some really corrupted wizards running around. The other rule that I changed, because I didn't realize I was doing it wrong, is that I allow clerics to heal as many hit dice as they roll, not just the character's level in hit dice.
That's a thing?
Yeah, apparently. I've been doing it wrong for years.
I thought it's just what the sheet said.
Oh, yeah.
I did that wrong
for years. So, apparently, we're both wrong.
Wow.
But DCC's that, I mean, the core book's this thick, so there's a lot in there, a lot of meat in there.
Yeah.
Next question. Good question.
Can you recommend a good starting point or way to get into Numenera? Podcast, video, etc. I read reviews, listened to discussions with Monty Cook, and read the Ashes of Sea quick start rules. I like the cipher system, but cannot get my head around the strangeness of the setting and how to start running it.
Well, before I was a crazy Knockdown DCC fan, I was a crazy Knockdown Numenera fan, and that was like our game of choice from 2013 through 2016 or so. And I still play it quite a bit. All like, as a lot of folks know, but full disclosure, my wife works for Monty Cook Games, so there's a bit of a preference here in that game for a lot of reasons and a lot of positive to say about it. But I will say the best place to start is to, in my mind, would be to start with, reading through the core books, Discovery and Destiny, and focus on Discovery, leave Destiny for later. And then I think a really great adventure to start with would be to play Vortex, which is one of the first adventures written for Numenera, and then explore some of the adventures in, the Explorer's Keys instant adventure set. I've run quite a few out of there. I've had a great time with them. Don't try to jump into the weird all at once. That's a really good. That's my best recommendation for Numenera. Take it in pieces. When I first started playing Numenera, I ran it very akin to like Final Fantasy style JRPGs, and that science technology, science fantasy split. But as time went on, I added more and more weird into the adventure, into the campaign. So another really good, one if you want to do a 0 to, well, not 0 to 60. Not I was gonna say a 0 level to 10th level, but it's DCC. Another way to start would be to give a try to the Devil's Spine, which is a full campaign. So, and it doesn't start. It's not too weird, but it does a good job of introducing the weird. I would definitely run some of the published modules before you wrote anything yourself. However, my first adventure I wrote myself, and it was about spiders in the woods and a machine that transformed matter into other things. So, solid system, highly recommended. One of my faves. Good question.
Yep.
All right, next.
And
we have some questions in our we have some questions in here too. So, but no, read Brian's last question.
Okay.
If there are any questions you want to toss us in the stream chat, I know Dr. Moggs has one, but feel free to toss them in there.
Okay.
We're nearing the end of the questions.
Whoa. What are some of your favorite campaigns you've run with DCC, especially if they started from a 0 level funnel? Well, I've just run so many campaigns. It's ridiculous how many I've run.
Ridiculously small.
No, it's ridiculously huge. As in, the number has a lot of zeros in it.
It does.
No other numbers, just zeros.
You've played in a lot of campaigns.
That is true. I've played in a lot. Well, I'm starting one right now.
I have to say, my favorite campaign that I've run through in DCC, my favorite single campaign has been, I started back in 2017, I believe, and it was a full exploration of the Purple Sorcerer Games modules in the Sunken City Omnibus. And it started as something called the Sunken City Omnibus Tour, and then it transitioned into an adventure to the Purple Planet itself, and we did the Purple Planet box set. So that campaign lasted 30 or so sessions. We had a reunion game this summer when we played through one of the Purple Planet adventures that, I think it was Sky Masters of the Sword. Why can't I think
idea.
Here? The Cyber Swordsman, something like that. It was one of the add-on adventures that came with it. But that was a very legendary campaign that had a lot of 0 levels that became amazing. So, good game.
My favorite was probably the OG Shrubs.
The OG Shrubs?
Like Betty.
And it was a good game.
And Eliana. And Kala. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kala
Cloud.
Yeah.
We'll have to, one of these days, get back to them. Dr. Moggs has a question. Brian, thank you for all the great questions. Those were fantastic. I much appreciate it. Dr. Moggs said, I love running the Frostfang Expedition. Any other Purple Sorcerer adventures you recommend? Well, we've already said we love Devin Pendlebrook. And I just mentioned that I really enjoyed the everything that's in the Sunken City Omnibus. So that's there's 4 adventures in there. And then I've run Frostfang Expedition, and I've run... I'm currently running Escape from the Shrouded Fen. So, and it was at Cadaver Canyon. I'll be running that also as part of my quest to finish this 40-plus adventure I'm running between now and the end of next year. So, I'll say this, I've never not enjoyed a Purple Sorcerer Games adventure. In fact, they're some of my favorite adventures And the main reason is they give you so much material to play with from, there's a ton. There's just a ton. I remember the question twice, but thank you for answering it twice. Did I answer it twice? Maybe I did. Oh, well.
You read it twice.
I don't think I read it twice. Did I read it twice?
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay. I'm really confused now. It's late. It's late. It's 9:30.
You're half asleep.
I'm half asleep.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I think that's it then. So, I mean, old 2, don't worry about it, he said. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for the great questions. We really appreciate them.
Yep.
I think we're going to move on to the next segment, which is Kickstarter shout-outs.
Kickstarter shout-outs.
We don't have any.
Nope.
And how about Road Crew shout-outs?
Road Crew shout-outs.
I actually do have something for this.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Nothing written down.
I know, and it's crazy. So I do want to note that it's actually mine, and I've had no feedback so far on it. So that could just be because people don't like me. I don't know what it is.
What?
I'm
You
just
Kickstarter?
kidding. Not a Kickstarter. This is a Road Crew shout out. Let me get this here. I gotta go get my thing. All right. So in a few weeks here, and I have no player. I have one player for this. I think signed up.
Why don't you just have regular Discord on here?
Why do you leave me alone? Leave me alone.
Why do you have to sign in every time? Just get it on here.
No, leave me alone.
It's so much easier.
No, be quiet. Let me find this here. Where is my note? That's not it. 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 Where is it here? FlipCon. Here it is. FlipCon. All right. So on January 5th, Will Keller, who I asked Will's question, Will Keller and I are putting here a special day of gaming for an awesome cause. We're calling it FlipCon, Georgia. And on Saturday, December 5th, we are with the 2 U.S. Senate seats on the line for a January 5th runoff out of Georgia. For Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. We are looking to run adventures, and there will be a price of admission, and that is that you show us a proof of donation, no amount too small, to either Reverend Warnock or to John Ossoff's campaigns, however you wish to donate. I donated through Act Blue for each of them. And but if you want to do $5, $2, $20, $100, whatever you want, I'm committed to running DCCRPG's Hole in the Sky by Georgia resident Brendan LaSalle from 12 to 4 p.m. Now, right now, I don't have any players at the moment. So I think I may have one player. I'm going to start pushing this as time goes on, but I would love to get some players. So if you want to be in this game, the best thing to do would be you can email Judge Evie at dccjudgeevie@gmail.com. That's one way. Find me on Discord, or you could go to Twitter at I Live for Crits and message me there. Or, just tweet me like, hey, I'm not friended with you, you can tweet me and I'll follow you back and everything like that, and we'll figure that out. But would love to get some players, okay?
Yeah.
We did this before, the same process with the Lawful Good Gaming group that we ran. My wife and I had sort of directed that group for a couple years, and we raised like $10,000 through this program for various progressive charities and organizations. So this is another way you can give back with getting something back. And it's 4 hours stuck with me, but with a really good adventure. So it'll be a good time. I do promise that. So that is what I have out there, and that's coming. Featured organization for good this week is Prevent Child Abuse America again, which is dedicated to helping children and families thrive. It was founded in 1972 in Chicago, and it works to promote the healthy development of children and prevent child abuse before it occurs. You can go to preventchildabuse.org to find out more about them. Where can people find us, Judge Evie?
They can find us at I Live for Crits on Twitter, at Living for Crits on Instagram, And search me for crits on YouTube.
This Thursday night, our review is going to be Gang Lords of Lankmar, a very open world Lankmar adventure for first level characters by Harley Stroh. And it'll be a fun review night, so join us at 9 p.m. on Thursday.
Not me.
But not even.
Not me.
With that said, be safe, be healthy, be kind, and my outro ASMR is dedicated to my wife. And something she said in today's DCC adventure, I'm just going to say, -1 to turn unholy cheeks.
What does it even mean?
She thought her character sheet said, turn unholy cheeks instead of turn unholy checks.
Oh, boy. I'm just going to say, Chamber Pot for the win. Yeah, Chamber Pot.
To Dr. Moggs' question, it's always Eastern because we're in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Go gritty.
Go gritty.
But don't like the color orange.
What's our motto here?
I don't know.
F around and find out.
I don't know.
It is. I think that's the state motto. That's the city motto.
Oh.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.